Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Good to see you. This is Spill the Beads with Joyce Trowbridge with Soft Flex Company. I'm so excited to start today off. We got some fun projects for the sport fans in your life that might need to make some. Maybe you have somebody that you can't make a jewelry for them, or they're just or you want to go, oh, your team won this year or something. I got some great little ideas. Hello, everyone. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Zach. Hi, Maria. Hi, Dana. Oh, look at hello. I'm trying to catch up with this. Hi, Terry. Hello. Good morning and good afternoon, depending on where you're at. Who knows? There might even be an evening somewhere, right? Because we're from all over the place. Where are you from today? Some of you, I know where you're from, but who know? I don't know where everyone is. Dana, Maria, thank you for joining me. I have a lot of fun little things to play with. I'm going to be using the ceramic sport beads that we have. We have softballs, footballs, soccer balls, and baseballs. I'm going to do a few different things. I have some of the go-tos that I do for people in my life that I need to do something non-jewelry are I do like little zipper pulls. Of course, we could do an ornament, but also I'm going to do a little loop to attach to my water bottle, because most of us need a water bottle now, right? Wisconsin, yeah, you're almost afternoon. Not quite afternoon, but it's getting close, isn't it? Hello, Michigan and Wisconsin. That's lovely. Connecticut. I love it. See, we're from all over. I love it, love. So I'm going to use a little carabiner that I have on hand. This does not match my colors, but I will get a new one that matches my colors, or just a silver one. But then this way I can hook it to my loop. A lot of water bottles now have like a loop that attaches your cap, and sometimes people have ones that they have the whole team. So if you make a little loop, you use a carabiner and make a little loop, then you have something that can carry it, also personalize it. So we're going to be working that. Hi, Anne from California. You're on my side too. And New York City. Lovely. Hi, Lori. Dana's from the San Francisco Bay Area. Awesome. That's my territory. Canada, Nancy. Nice. That's what it's nice to have a day off and just sit and relax, eat chips, and watch beading, right? Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Okay, so that is what we are going to do today. So, in the meantime, we do have a 25% off all holiday beads and beading materials. I don't know. Holiday. Yeah, holidays. Anything that's holidays in there. Hi, Kristen. And we also have the sport beads in there, so you can get those in there. I am going to be using some odds and ends left over from my gingerbread kit, and I am going to be using some ceramic rounds and soft flex in medium and heavy. Homemade pizza, that sounds yummy. Can I have a slice? Love it. Oh, I'm with you, Nancy. I like, sometimes I get ideas like really early in the year, and then I totally, by the time it's time for this, I forget, and I go, oh, I'll take a picture, or I'll write it on a list, and I don't know where I put that. whatever. So we're going to just have some fun today and make some gifts, hopefully. Let's see. Where do I? All of a sudden, I don't remember where the buttons are. Okay, so first of all, let's go start. We're going to start out with my carabines, and I'm doing that with, oh, and we have basketballs somewhere, but apparently I did not get my basketballs out. Where's my basketballs? That's the one I wanted to use today. Well, you know what? My basketballs are missing. Who knows where I put those? I knew there was something that didn't look right. They're supposed to be basketballs. So let's do soccer. Because I do have, I know our local, one of our local is the same colors that I picked up for my basketball. So we are going to do that. Now, one thing that totally bounced away. Ah, pita pockets as your base. That is fantastic. That's a great, yeah, you can have the whole pizza. I can say, I ate a whole pizza today and not feel guilty about it. I'm going to add some sparkle. I think these are leftover beads that I have from my Birds of a Feather kit. Hi, Rosalinda. Now, one thing I like to, sometimes it's hard to work with the ceramic beads because when they're on these kind of strands like this, they look a little crafty, I guess you could say. And because they have large holes, it's like, what do you do with these large holes? So some things that I do to counteract it to make them look a little nicer. Yeah, we have our sort of colors in these are great. We have so many colors that match teams. And if you don't have one that matches teams, there's also white and black. But what do you do with those large holes, right? So a couple things that I do is when I'm stringing them, and I'm going to use heavy for because I'm doing this as my loop for my water bottle, and I want it to be able to withstand being carried. So I'm going to use heavy with this. Plus, I know that these have large holes, so that will help with filling up the holes. But the other thing that I like to do is to use seed beads, leftover seed beads that I have. Sometimes I will do size 8s, which are the little larger ones, and these are leftover from another kit that I had that I don't care what color they are because they're going to go inside the beads. So as long as your wire can fit through the holes, which heavy goes through the 8s really nicely. That's going to keep the bead from rattling. So you see how well that fills it up? So there's a little space still, but not as much as just the wire. So that's going to fill it up and keep it from moving as much. But they'll go right over them, so I still need to do something else. So the other thing that I like to do is either find some little spacers from one of my kits that I could put on either side. So like a little he-she spacer. So that's a really good, and that also helps make it look a little nicer. Bead caps, though, are wonderful because that will make things look a little more special and not as crafty. I mean, crafty's fine. Don't get me wrong. Yes, the roller beads might work too. Ah, yes, button. That's a great way to use buttons so they don't spin as much. For sure. I love that. The other thing I do is take a round bead that kind of sits inside it a little bit. So if you don't have something to fill up the hole, another way to do it is take a round bead. I even use bicones sometimes. So these are from my plum. Now you want a color, of course, that works. This you have to use a color that works because you're going to see a little bit. But because that little round bead, it'll just kind of get eaten up a little bit, but it keeps everything stable. So that's another way to work that, is making sure you have a small. So these are 3 millimeters, which work pretty good. I would say 4 millimeters would be nice too, if you have some 4 millimeter fire polish or something. So it kind of depends on what you have available. Experiment. A roller bead is kind of, yeah, like a pony bead, kind of. It is a check glass seed bead, and they're kind of a little bit larger. And I have not gotten my set yet, but I love them. I keep seeing things that Sarah, Kristen, and then when they get Danielle Wicks on using them, and I just love what they're making with them. So I need to get my own. Myrtle Beach, wonderful. Thank you for joining us. Oh, look at all this. She is a wizard with roller beads. I love it. Oh, you know what I should do is make sure my beads don't slide off with a bead stopper, right? I only have my minis today, so we're going to go with minis. So let's get this going with my beads. We're going to start out. Now, I want to add a little bling because, of course, I am a little bit of a bling girl. Don't be afraid to use fun things. Let's see, we're going to go. Boom. Get that. Fill up the hole. Whoop. And get a nice little sucker in there. My soccer player. These ones have smaller holes, so the size 11 seed beads that I have from the gingerbread kit is going to fill up that hole really nicely. I know, I love the stuff that she makes. We have such a great bead community, don't we? And the love we have for each other is fantastic. And I'm just going to add a bunch more of these and give myself a little bit. Just filling these up. I don't need to put a spacer in between everything. I can keep them kind of just need to make sure I add them where I need them every so often to keep things building better. Oh, how fun. It's so fun when you win little prizes from different people. We have so many. What is today's? Today's is for our suggestion. Is it making a Christmas tree? Is that what I remember seeing? Yeah, in our very important beater group, we have all sorts. I love seeing what everybody's making with the prompts. Create a Christmas tree. That is it. Hi, Stephanie. So I'm making a loop that's going to attach to my water bottle, or actually not my water bottle because this is going to get gifted to someone, but mine today, right? Hi, Lois. Welcome. Ooh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Gotta keep my. So you can do your team colors with the type of sport ball that you for that team, which makes it good. But like you can also personalize it. You don't necessarily have to use team colors. You can also just use somebody's favorite colors. Don't be afraid to do that. Because that will personalize it so that they'll know that it's their piece. You can also do something with just, just do holiday. Like if you're going to do an ornament, you can just do something with, just holiday colors. Yes, the marathon prompts. And then you can get a chance to win some fun things with that if you share on our VIB group page. Oh, see, this is good. I'm almost done, I think. I just want it to be a little bit larger than a bracelet, basically, because I want to be able to slip my hand through it and carry it on my wrist if I need to. So I got to remember what I'm doing. What's the next thing? What's the next one? So I am just going to be, that's going to be my repeat. Oh, I'm going to have to stock up on some more of these delicious ceramic beads. I am using them up. Dun, dun, dun. That's looking about done. So when I was setting up, I also came up with like, oh, our beaded beads that we did with these ceramic beads. If you don't have the right colors, I was thinking, and this was, I'm like, why didn't I think of this sooner? Like, I could have totally put like gold on top of that, and that would be 49ers. We're 49ers in this household because we are a Bay Area, grew up with that, and so I could have totally had one of those. So when you don't have quite the right colors, our delicas are all in wonderful primary colors that work great for sports colors. And you can make a beaded bead. And if you don't have a base, use the white or the black as a base. Now, so my wrist almost fits through there. So let's add a couple beads on both sides. And look how fun that is without, just a few fun beads. And we're making a gift that can be useful also, which is handy for as a gift, Oh, let's see. What do I want up here? Let's add another soccer ball. Why not? Let's do another soccer ball. And blue crystal. And a soccer ball. Now, you don't have to use this many. Like, if you have a team, wouldn't that be great if you're part of a team or your kid is part of a team and you want to make something for everyone? There. Now it's going to fit easily over my wrist because that's what we're aiming for. And we just need to crimp this now. And my crimps were right here. There they are. Are you making Christmas tree earrings, Zach? Oh, I cannot wait to see that. Hi, Dominique. Thank you. Hello, thank you. Christine, these are, you know what? I think because they're so far away, they are blue. I did use blue and yellow. Sometimes that's the tricky thing when they're a little bit, because they are pretty dark blue. From a distance, they look a little bit more black on the mat like that. But if you can see when I pull it up, they're definitely blue. Yeah, the sparkly bead, they were out of, that was from our Birds of the Feather kit. Those were left over from me, so the Michigan State colors, yeah. Blue and yellow are quite popular colors for different places. Okay, I do not want to do that because that's going to be, I'm going to end it with a spacer because that crimp is going to go right into and I'm going to just, yeah, I think ceramic beads don't get as much love as they should. And part of it is you don't really see how awesome they are until they're in a piece. When they're on just like a strand or something, they're kind of like, okay, cool. But when you put it into a beaded piece, they just look so much better. I don't think they get nearly as much love as they should. And they're lightweight, so they're heavy. They work up pretty well. I'm just gonna make Now I'm going to make an extra large loop here. If you want to, you can always cover this with some seed beads, some matching seed beads or some other beads that you have. I'm just going to leave the loop because I'm okay with that. We're going to crimp it. Use your magical crimper or your regular crimper, whichever you feel is your favorite. And of course, these are the sterling silver that I'm using right now, but you can be using the gold filled. I don't know what I did with my gold filled, but they work so well. And then we have the black too, the oxidized black. And then, oh, we're out of copper, or we have some copper left. I think we haven't been able to get those in for what? You got the white ceramic beads. I like the white ceramic beads. I'm going to show you what I did on one of them. And so on this side, I really want this to have movement because it's going to get, I don't want to crimp this too tightly because it is going to also be holding weight. So I want to make sure that there's enough of a give. And there, I'm going to make my matching loop. Blue is fantastic. It's such a lovely color. Boom. Cut off my extra wire. And now all I have to do is put it on. You want it to be something that you can latch. So a carabiner is what's really good. I'm going to be doing my purple one because that's what I have. But now it's on there, and then I can put this. Let's get me back on here. So I could put this onto my water bottle on the little loop there. And now if I want to, I could just carry it on my wrist. How cool is that? Plus, if you're giving it to somebody that is actually on a team and they all have like a team water bottle, now you know that this one's yours, right? How fun is that? Okay. And who doesn't use a water bottle now, right? And it's fun. It gives you a little cheer. All right, so that is that one. Now, my other idea. Let's go to the other idea. Okay, so you don't know what. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe you do not know what the team colors are or something. You just know that someone just started playing football or baseball or softball or soccer or basketball or something like that. Aw, thank you, everyone. But you have a white bead and a handy dandy paint pen and you just paint a 23 because this year, and let's make an ornament with that. Right? So you want to make sure you get a permanent paint pen. This one is a fine tip. I'm trying to see. This is an oil base, by the way. So someone that knows more about art will know if this really works better or not. And maybe like there's other kinds that might work better. I have not had a problem with this. I painted on there. I've been rubbing. Maybe you want to put a coating on it, but like I can't get, it's not coming off. It's not coming off. So I think I'll ruin the bead before. Exactly, Nancy. It's so true. It's like, especially when, a lot of times teams give all their players because they want to keep them hydrated. So they all have matching water bottles. So how do you figure out which one's which? Make a little loop like that to attach, and you got it, right? If you don't have, that's another thing, and I will do that. I will go back to that, but we're gonna go into this. We are gonna make a ornament with some footballs, the year 23, and then I'm gonna add some sparkle fun beads that I have. Now you can make these into like the icicle ornaments that Sarah does. They are wonderful. You can find those videos on our YouTube page and probably on our Facebook page somewhere. But you're going to have to trek through a little harder than on the YouTube. But the icicles, so you could do an icicle version. I am going to kind of do a version of my bracelet here. And I'm going to use 20 as a base. So I'm using non-tarnished silver 20 gauge. Thank you. Yes, Icicle Projects, look at you. See, this is why we adore you. You're so good at getting all of that up. Which in a way, what I'm doing is kind of like the icicles. Gotta make sure I have all my tools. I am making a wrap loop for the top of my ornament. I need to make different kinds of ornaments. Those snowflake not charms. What are they called? Forms are great. Memory wire. I've used memory wire to make some fun ornaments, and that would be really fun to put on here. Let's see. I want to start with that. Now with this 20 gauge, it's not going to move as much, so I'm not going to worry. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. Yes, there is a whole lovely playlist of holiday making. Lots of them are ornaments, but there's also just other. Oh, that's what I was looking for. My 22. I cut a foot, but I don't need a foot of the 20. I probably only need about 6 inches, and I cut like 2 feet of 22. I'm using 22 to do the wrapping because it's thinner, so it's going to be easier. I'm finding the middle of it, and I'm going to just wrap on top of the coil that I made in my wrap loop. It is okay. Regular beading under a camera is pretty weird and semi-difficult every once in a while, but wire, because the wire wants to go everywhere, it makes it even more interesting. All right, so I'm going to put my first bead on, and then I'm going to wrap the wire around the bead to the side of the bead and fully around the base wire, and then I'm going to bring this other side. And this is just going to give it a nice little frame look. Oh no, I lost a bead. Good thing I have more. I'll grab my football. So what's kind of cool about doing it this way is now I can really make sure if I want to make sure the detail of the football is forward, this will help. So I always start with the same side just to keep things even. I keep that wire on the side of the bead and wrap around the base and then bring over the other one. Push these up. I should have made it a little tighter if I really wanted that to go, but oh, there we go. Well, yep. Make sure it's tight enough if you want to keep it in place. Oh, don't lose the beads. I think I'll find these on the floor. Much easier than some beads. So I'm not going to worry about it. I got plenty right now. Yep, we're spilling the beads with Joyce today. Joyce always spills the beads. It's part of the process. It wouldn't be me if I didn't spill the beads. Right. All right. I am going to, let's see. Those are going to be on there. I am going to end with that. I'm going to do this in two different spots or two different sections because I want it to kind of dangle too instead of just hanging straight. Cut off these. Make a loop on this side, and I'm just going to wrap right on top. Yep, gotta spill the beads. It's part of the process. It's wonderful. Okay, so I got the top part. And now I'm going to make this in a dangle to go underneath. And I'm going to do it slightly different. Let's see, I got probably about 6 inches here. And what I'm going to do is bring this to the kind of the center and fold it around one side of the bead and wrap. This is more like the icicles. Make sure I put my 23 in the right spot. And get this nice and tight so it stays. Nope, nice and tight, Joyce. There we go. Round. Snip off this. Make a loop. Before I twist, we're going to get this on. Make sure we're facing the right way. And voila, I have an ornament. I just need to make a hook for the top. And I have an ornament for this year. I want to tweak this a little bit so that these stay in place. I'm going to do that by, let's see, make sure I'm in the right spot. We want this in the front. Want this in the, like, let's see where we're at here, like that. Okay, since I want it like that, then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to take the round nose pliers and the wire and kind of tweak it. And that's going to make it really nice and tight up against that on that side. And it shouldn't roll around as much. Which I'm going to do the same thing up here on this side of this one, this side of this one. And now that's going to stay a little nicer. And voila, just need a little hook. And let's see. So we got an ornament, and I'm just going to put it on here for now. We're going to pretend that's a hook for an ornament. Or you can make a pair of earrings for somebody. Okay. That'd be fun. And the last thing is using a little lobster claw to do a zipper pull. I like to do zipper pulls to put on hoodies or duffel bags or whatever kind of carrying thing that has a zipper. And so super easy and always fun. Let's go with baseball. I have someone that, again, you can do this with neutral colors if you don't know their color. You could do it with their favorite color if you just know in general they like a sport. You can make some beaded beads in the team colors, because that would be great. I am going to use some medium soft flakes and put it into the loop of the lobster. These can go on purses, on duffel bags, on hoodies, backpacks, you name it. And then a crimp, crimpies. Oh, crimpies. Oh, there they are. You can find, thank you, Thomas, for putting that beaded bead video up. Yes, the zipper pulls are great. I think they're a wonderful gift idea. And this can also be a keychain. You can use a lobster to attach, it could go onto a keychain. Now, I like to do it this way with two because it makes it look fun. I got some bugles left over from my kit, so we're going to start out with some bugles. You just ordered some ceramic beads. That's awesome. I am so happy to hear that because they're so fun and beautiful in color and easy to use. Well, I say easy to use, but we do get stumped. They're easier than we think. And they're lovely when they're in pieces, I think. Let's go with So I'm going to have kind of a fun little, okay, I've done this different ways, but we did our gingerbread with the cross weave, and all of a sudden I want to cross weave this. So I'm going to cross weave it. Why not? I can do that. And I'm going to just take the two. So you can have, if you had two colors and wanted to alternate these, you can do the same color or different, or one of each color, and then cross through your sport bead because it has a nice large hole. Makes it easy to do. Well, if you don't let go, it's easy. One thing that I like about doing when we do little cross weave projects like this is that it's easier, but it looks like than it looks. It looks like you did a lot more. And it gives a little bit different feel to things. Oh, look at that. those bugles want to go right inside. So I'm going to just plan to have it go right inside, right? So I'll make one that goes inside and then one that stays on the outside. Bugles are a good filler bead too, because they're long. You don't have to put as many on there. We don't always have them, but they were in our this kit. So I have some on my mat still. Look at that. We are doing decent in time. Don't forget our holiday beads are on sale, which includes these sport beads. So if you want to make some gifts for somebody, grab hold of those, get some fun beads, and bead away. This video is going to be here on Softflex Facebook page and on the YouTube page. So you can always rewatch if you need ideas again. If you're going, oh, what did she do? What was that? Please post in our VIB Beaters group if you make something. I love seeing what people have made. I've seen some beautiful earrings and gosh, and the when we did our wire with the simple cuts, everything. And if you oh, I'm sorry. I'm like realizing I'm losing a bead. There's the bead. Come on, get back in there. There we go. Get back. Get back. There you go. Thank you. It's right there. I can talk and do this. Yeah. And I could have done this the other way around. I have no idea why. Sometimes I'll start from the bottom so that I don't have to crimp on here and then just crimp up here. But sometimes I start at the top. There's no wrong or right way. It's just what I feel like doing. So don't worry if you do the same thing. I'm just going to crimp at the bottom and it's going to be okay. I'm going to, let's see, hopefully cut that bead. Yep. So I'm going to put both of them in the same direction out of this last one to be at the bottom. I'm going to end it with a bead cap so that it looks a little like meant to do it that way. Come on. Ah, good morning, welcome. And then crimp at the bottom. Of course, use your magical crimper. You get a nice little bead at the bottom. You can always put crimp covers over. A crimped, I am going to just crimp it and not worry about it. Because I like it. There we go. And now I have a little zipper pull for a backpack, a duffel bag, a purse, a hoodie. Oh, ha! Did you catch that? Apparently, these have really large holes, and it went right over the crimp. So, I don't have that on there anymore, but that's okay. That is a-okay. I got a fun little zipper pull. So I just made, in an hour, 3 gifts. I have my zipper pull, I have my ornament, and I have my water bottle loop. I forgot to mention on this, if you wanted to, you could make this, you don't have to use a carabiner. I just do that. I use the carabiner because it allows for a large loop. But if you want to, you could put a lobster on both sides and just like attach it like around like a bracelet. But for my purposes, I just did it with the carabiner. So there you go. Look at that. 3 gifts for my sports fans. Little added funness of using marker to put the 23 for this year. So this ornament, they know they got it in 2023. I hope that helps you, inspires you. If you make some fun gifts, please share on our very important beaders group. Thank you for joining me today. Monday, Kristen is going to be using the cathedral link to make some fun dangly earrings. We still have some of the cathedral links from Tierra Cass, and she's going to be playing with those. Those are so pretty too. Yes, it does. It does lock in place, so it does help for sure. So don't forget to catch her next Monday for her free spirit beading. And I don't remember what else is on. And then Sarah's going to be on live on Wednesday, but I don't remember what hers is. But it's always fun to see, right? Thank you for joining me this Friday morning. I enjoyed beading with you. I hope you did too. It was great spilling some beads with you. Until next time. Bye.